First, Ian brought to class an old manuscript for a recipe in which to make black ink, which we couldn't read at first because it's written in secretary hand. So we had to transcribe the recipe before we could even read it properly, and then that's what we used to make black ink in the science building.
So we got a bunch of materials, which included oak galls and alum powder and something else, and water. And we crushed or cut up all of the oak galls beforehand, and then we added water to it and let it sit for a while, I think. And then, thanks to modern technology, we got to use the vacuum filter to drain out all the water, so that we could use that without using a strainer or something, so it was a little faster. And then we added about the amount of a hazelnut amount of alum powder to that, and then we added...
It might be green someday.
And mixed it together, and it turned black. And there was Arabic gum that we added to make it a little thicker so that it was easier to write with.
Here and right here, not as watery.
Is it like much
Yes.
I was really surprised about the water solubility changing and the color changing of the ink. I thought that was the neatest part for me.
Guys, we're amateur alchemists now.
Actually, you look like it really Okay.
I think it gives you a better understanding of the process just back then, because it's one thing to read the manuscript and transcribe it, and it's another thing just to read about it in a history book or in even just primary source literature of the time. But it's another thing when you're actually following the same processes that they did. It gets you into the headspace a bit more than just kind of doing the standard rote academic work.
And you also got to practice writing with it, so we can see some of the different ways that the letters are made and why they might be made that way in the manuscripts you read, and that makes it a little easier to understand when you read the manuscripts why things are shaped the way they are.